They are interesting stuff. Yo, people, welcome back to Danny AMC TV, even at a 11:30 stream. Mate, I'm just walking in the door. Let me get these off for a second, get the jacket off. I'm not dripping, I'm not nasty, but mate, I'm fucking hot. I know it's been a hot one, but still. Guys, please hit like to the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. The realist is in the building, so please take time to get yourself, pour a little drink, roll yourself a little something, and chill out because the realist is here. Guys, tonight I shall be talking Arsenal news, the invincibleness of Man City. What does it actually take to stop these mother effers from just ruling for years, innit? And the way I see it is every summer, it's just slight adjustments. If they lose Gundohan, etc., they could go and find themselves a Declan Rice, for example. Declan Rice news, I wanted to say something straight away. I've heard it was close this afternoon. I had a text that I can visually show you. I had a text tonight, 10 a.m., as I was literally going in for a refreshing shower, saying, Dan, your club are fucking around again, and yes, it's money. This is all that I can say at the moment. I said, Deckers, and he said, oui, was the reply. Let me just read it to you guys. And this is the God's honest truth. This is the way I'll always give it to you on Danny AFC TV. So I've been told Declan Rice is just about done, Dan. Panic over, as you said, 1 out of 2. That's regarding Moises Caicedo and Declan Rice. Let me read the message to you. Mate, a club are fucking around again. Of course it's money. Afternoon, mate. Who are we talking about? Deckers? We was the reply. So Arsenal Football Club, I don't know exactly what they're up to. He said he would update me very shortly. Shouts out to Cam. He seems to be on the old, and I'm live.
Because it's in America. Maybe you might want to give it a miss because the ring walks at 4:30 in the morning.
You are fucking me in my eye, innit? Don't tell me the ring walks at 4:30 in the morning. Please don't do that to me. I heard it was 1 or 2. Right, guys, can we get some conclusive times on this boxing tonight? You may offend them a bit. Yes! My G is in the place first. So, Yui, I've been told today the deal was done. This is about 2:30. Real talk. Dan, it's done. You was kind of correct. About 92 million seems and appears to be the fee. And then a few hours later, it's like, damn, your club are fucking around. Now, he's hinted, but he told me not to say. Apparently, we've bid 80 million, bruv, and I don't know what to think anymore, innit? He says we've bid 80 million, like cash money. I think 80 million is an extraordinary and very good offer for Declan Rice, but I don't think it gets the deal done, guys. Kind of like Moises Caicedo in the summer. I do not believe it gets the deal done. So if this happens to be true, this is tragic. Do you know what I mean? Mate, I'm live now. I can't really listen. Please give me a text. Right, guys. Let's just knock the camera. I need to find out what time it is. Is it we Josh Taylor, Scotland's famous night in America, eh? So I do want to see if it's like 4 a.m. guys. I don't know if I'll be covering that one, but then again, I do feel up and bright with a beam. Bright with a beam. Do you know what I mean? Am I looking absolutely wonderful out here, guys? Please do be getting the likes in the video. Let me get the stream out there. Do be getting the likes in the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Yui, what you saying, bros? Deckers, I'm hearing problems. Aston Villa have signed Tillemans. Saliba new deal, bros. Yes, it's still in principle. I'd rather see it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know one of these? I'd rather see it dotted off, but it will do. I'm hearing it's about 200 grand a week, even though some soppy prick told me it was 140 grand a week today. I think it will take slightly more than 140 grand a week to make one of the best defenders in the world sign a contract with us, as we let it go right down to the end. Oh my God. Right, the phone's got, let's get the phone on silent. That's exactly what we do. Right, guys, so please be getting a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Saliba the King. Saliba. It looks like it's all done. I'd rather it be dotted off. But anyway, Arsenal have agreed a deal in principle. He gets number 2. That 2, yes. So that's why I waited on the home top, bros. I did say, because I've got number 4 Saliba, number 12 Saliba. Now this season, I have number 2 Saliba. So I've got William Saliba. He's played 1 season for Arsenal. I've got 3 numbers for the Blood Clot. Guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'll have to pull down my Saliba tops in a minute. Number 4, number 12, and this season, number 2 on the home top. Danny AFC TV on that excited fucking Borussia Dortmund thing. And Uriabe on my 3rd kit. I should get Uriabe. Shout out to all the real ones. Right. Card starts at 1, bruv. Shit. And main event, according to internet, UFC starts at 1, as well as the Americans. Shit. I might have a problem here with the boxing. But guys, 4 o'clock in the morning is light work for me. So do you know what? If anyone is interested in a bit of fucking Scotland, a bit of fucking Brevard, 7 in the chat. And no one chatting, bros. And it ain't me trying to put 7 in the chat. But then again, I've got a feeling where 1 or 2 are coming from. 1 or 2 are probably from a country and probably a village, and they're just waiting to talk. Do you know what I mean? That's definitely 1 or 2 of them. Linda, talk. You done know, innit? What are you going to come off with tonight, Linda? Which kind of bullshit are you going to come off with tonight? Do you know what I mean? I'm not a blocker girl, and you know this. So you can say what you like, governor. Do you know what I mean? Most of the dribble, I'm going to be honest with you, most of the dribble that comes out your mouth is absolute wank, and you was high enough, you're not. Maybe you're just reading back over the shit you were saying, and maybe you're a bit embarrassed in case UE comes and starts or something, or a Tyler comes in and fucking clips the wings real quick. Do you know what I mean? So shout out to my real ones. Where is the Tilos of the building? Liegos, if you gone fucking sleep, where is the real ones? Cam could be in the building. He was negotiating, was chatting with me on the phone. Oh, there she is. I just texted Danny and said I'm not going to comment. I didn't see that. My phone, I've just turned it on silent. My phone is railing off at 100 miles an hour, isn't it? I'd rather my stream be railing off at 100 miles an hour. But there you go. Shut up, you. Allow it, brother. Allow it up, bruv. Do you know the best Turkish? Seriously, let's change the subject. Bruvs, they're sloppy. These Turkish people, these new Turkish people, sorry, they're like pigs. Bruv, the way they were controlling the doner the other day, fat dripping off it, they've got the machine, like, bros, I don't even eat meat, yeah, bros, he's getting the tongs with the meat, touching the fucking salad. I was like, yo, family tree, come here, family tree, Turkish family tree. I was like, bro, I can't have, all right, brother, it's not, and I don't like the way he talks, he's overly nice to geezer, the one that does the writing on the fucking white piece of paper. $4 wrap, $2 in bitter, 1 Nerdison. Bro, they're going to ruin it. £1.7 million, bruv. It's going to take 1 year to ruin that fucking business, bruv. And they're doing everything the same, apart from they've got a blackboard where they're fucking cooking all the food. So don't worry, the fucking heat's going to melt that all down or something. They've put a board up, bruv. Bruv, they're going to fuck this shit up, bruv, and I don't like it, bruv. I'm fucking vexed. I used to eat my salad, my pita, my falafel. I'd get some of the little green vine rolls, vine leaves sometimes. It took how many years to build, and it's going to be gone in a second, bruv. Fucking idiots, bruv. Listen, they're sloppy, they're slapdashing. The poor delivery man, I see the way he's like, Donna in! Fuck me, they're moving fast, bruv. In bag, in! 1 Turkish shake. What's that drink called? The Turkish thing in the plastic bottle? Give me 2 yummies. Do you know what I mean? Oh, fam, why are they doing? I said to him, I was like, brother, anyway, so let me call you. I was like, family tree, come here. Family tree, come here. I was like, bro, you're touching all the meat with the ting. And he's like, oh, really? Okay. I'm going to start again, bro. Watch what the fucking idiot does next to the chili sauce and the salad. Bro, I'm done, innit? Bro, he's done 1 fucking large doner before mine. He picks up chili sauce. Bro, he touches the spoon along all of the meat and rubs it on. Like, I know he isn't a vegetarian. And I know it's nothing to do with being Turkish, that he just hasn't got that awareness to vegetarian people. Maybe thinks the chili sauce is going to burn away the meat. Bro, just as he fucking apologized and done my salad and pita again with lemon juice and the chilies everywhere, bro. The guys had to do that with the chili sauce. I've had to go, stop, don't put chili. I was like, bro, have you got it in a pot, brother? And I started anyway, I went home, yammed it, and decided, Adam, that's it. And I decided, bros, what is Adam? It looks like some milk and thing. What is it? Is it like a yogurt? It must be a yogurt-based drink, isn't it? And bro, man, so yeah, that's it. Best Turkish is now off the list, isn't it? He told me he didn't know. I was like, he tried to chat to me about it and everything, bros, but I was kind of already pissed off. And like, where it's still busy, the shop, yeah, they're not ready for that shit, man. So Best Turkish is off the list. Off. So, bro, you're going to have to tell me where to go now, bros, where they're going to treat me a little piece better. I might have to go with you. Tell them straight. Right, guys, it's not boring, so I love UE. Where is everyone in the chat? Let me get the stream out there, guys. Do you know what I done? I fucked the stream up. I put it up backwards, didn't I, guys? I done a Danny, innit? I put it up for tomorrow night, and I saved that at 11:29 p.m. So, sorry, let me get the stream up there, guys. I put it up for tomorrow night, and I saved that at 11:29. So, yeah, I put it up for tomorrow night at 1 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what I was up to. So, guys, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. It might be late for a couple of the usuals, the knockout kings like Juma. Maybe I don't need to cover the boxing if it's going to be dead quiet. We shall see. But thank you, Yui, for being here. You're the most entertaining, the guy I love talking to anyway. Right, guys. Let's see who can sneak into the... Bro, did you see Rochelle come into the stream? Just for 1 second the other day, she come in and yelled. So I text her. Well, was that you, fam? She was like, yeah. Maybe she see Yui wasn't there, but she come in, bruv. Who knows? Rochelle could be on her way back, bruv, onto the channel. Who knows? She might want to do a live with me or something like... I've seen her about 5 times since I've been back in the ends, though. So she's baiting it. Like, it's not even trying this. I'm talking about just driving and literally bumping into her, bruv. I've bumped into a lot of people. I've just walked into the Highbury shop, the Turkish, the notorious one, across the road from the Gunners pub, bruv. They're doing a lot in that shop, you know. They're doing bits. But anyway, yeah, just see another girl. Like Sapphire popped up out of nowhere. Shouts out to Sapphire. She popped out of nowhere. She's an ex-chef. Let's try and get Rochelle in the stream. As a you. Let's drum up some business. A start for the women on the stream, family. Yep, most definitely, girl. Brother, sorry. Most definitely. Sorry, that's because I'm doing 2 things at once and I can't multitask. Right, let's try and get this stream out there one more time. Let's try and get the Acres in the building. Juma. Let's try and get you. Let's try and get you. Let's try and get you. Shouts out to Jay up in prison. August is coming. Right, over to our bruvs. Do you know what, bruvs? I've been watching some of my rivals again, bruvs. Yeah, bruvs, they are blatantly dickheads, bruvs. Seriously. Certain men are talking about me, saying the same things. They're laying out big. Declan Rice is on his way. Then they're doing U-turns. He's on his way to Bayern Munich. Bruv, some of the rivals are idiots, and then they're getting idiot guests coming on. I'm gonna have to up my game, bruvs. I'm better than all of these G's. So it's a fact, isn't it? It is a fact. Shouts out to Will on the working bill today. Let's see. Hold on. Shouts out to the real ones. Join me. Right, Jean Arby, I do believe will be in the building as well soon. Stone playing mad football at the moment. Looks better than Declan in midfield. Bruvs, he did. But do you know what? When you give man like that a certain job, bruvs, I don't know. It's like, for me, he got caught out a couple of times where he just isn't skillful enough when you have to sort of play that little bit forward. It depends, again, what you're needing. Who said you could go anywhere? It depends, again, what you're looking for, mate. Do you know what I mean? It depends, again, what you are looking for. Oh, God. Nope. No, I haven't been watching that guy. I was watching some of the smaller YouTubers. There's no point in me watching someone with 100k subs or 80k subs and cussing them. Oh, shit. Watch my phone. Is typing out. There's no point in me watching people with mad amount of subs and just, you know what I mean? And sort of being pissed off with them, innit? They're wankers, they're frauds, do you know what I mean? They were lucky they started making YouTube channels at the right time, innit? Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit late on the scene, innit? But what can you do, innit? I'll still find my way. But I was talking to some of the lesser YouTubers, like, fuck me, they're boring, innit? I'm gonna have to get some of the hype back, do you know what I mean? Starting some people. Guys, let me tell you some football news that I do know. Gundohan has not made up his mind about staying at Man City. I can tell you this factually. A decision regarding his future will be released this Monday morning. I've been told this as well. A wonderful source. He is my good, I'm gonna call him my Manchester Connect. But Gundohan future to be sorted on Monday. It looks like it's a three-way race. It's staying at Man City as long, and I'll say this factually, as long as they do not buy a central midfielder to come and try and terrorise or take away his shirt number or place. That means Declan Rice, etc. Hence why Jude Bellingham probably wasn't a serious contender for Man City. I can't believe the money he's gone to Real Madrid for, but we shall get back to that and the actual ambition of Arsenal Football Club. But Gundogan, yes, it could be a 2-year stay in the Premier League of Arsenal, possibly the same with Man City or Barcelona. Club Barcelona are very seriously after Gundogan. We shall know more on Monday. Gundogan is a player I would take. He's Turkish, he's hard as nails, he's bringing goals into his game, and he actually looks better with age. Do you know what I mean? Gundogan, Arsenal, Barcelona, or Man City. This could be a lot of the reason why we're ramping with Declan Rice. I believe if Gundogan wants to come to Arsenal, it's the same conditions. Mate, I'm not a backup dancer. I'm not Yuri Tillemans out here, or I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not El Nini. I'm here as a starter, and this could be why Gundogan won't sign for Arsenal either. If we was serious about Saicedo or Rice, I believe Thomas Partey might lose his place, and if we're still serious about Declan Rice. It was a bit of a boring game. I have to say, it wasn't the best for me either. You know what I mean? I have to admit. It seems like I was right. 92 million. I did say about a month or two ago on my stream is the sort of fee that you'll need to pay for Declan Rice. It appears 92 million is kind of bang on the money. Pepe is about to have his contract torn up at Arsenal Football Club. Saliba, the new deal has been agreed in principle. Havertz is getting attention to Arsenal. Saicedo, I could not tell you what's going on. McAllister's gone Brighton, etc. So, boy, Bellingham, £88 million down payment. The most Borussia can achieve is 115. Could Arsenal have not afforded 88 million? Especially if we're going to pay 92 million for Declan Rice? Doesn't this bring football transfer fees into an aura of go fuck yourself, guys? A 19-year-old, the guy with the world at his feet, world at his feet, probably with his feet, can go to Real Madrid, one of the best clubs in the world, for £88 million, and we're trying to get Declan Rice of West Ham, and they're asking 120 and shite like that. It brings a lot of things into perspective for me. It's disappointing. It's almost as disappointing as world-class footballers going to Qatar or Saudi Arabia, and I've got no harm against the Saudi league doing well or them trying to be as big as Serie A or whatever's been put out there. It's still the older guys at the moment, the Benzema, the Ronaldo, but they're fucking, look at the class of player that is. Kante, the money is unbelievable. Zaha's got a lot to think about. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Benzema, as I said, Kante, possibly Zaha, all Saudi. Do you know what I mean? Gundogan, he's more serious. He wants Europe. He wants to win trophies. Tielemans has joined Aston Villa, guys. Guys, it is a quiet one. Shout out to UE. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Could it have been that I put the stream up backwards? Now, what is going on here? Why is it so quiet? Should I put my washing machine on to spin? I think that's a bit unnecessary. Let me roll them around. Right, what's going on outside here? I parked my car outside the window, even though I shouldn't. But anyways. Guys, shouts out to Manchester City. Two people called Haaland. Of course, there is the real striker, Haaland. And then there is the Haaland, rest in peace, innit? What can I say? Can't believe you never lived to the end of such a season, Haaland. A season when I deep down knew Man City would always run back and grab us. And you'd have loved pissing and watering that all over my face. But the Champions League success. And what did I first tell you about who I named you after, Haaland, eh? What did I tell you about that special footballer that was coming to your club? I can't believe you didn't see to the end of the season. Rest in peace, innit? Affectionately called Haaland. Just rest in peace, man. Very shocked that you never made it to the end of the season. Girl, what can I say? In such a season as well, when you won the treble, when you become kings of Europe, when the only thing that Man City or Pep couldn't seem to win, he went out there and done it, innit? Kevin, that's brilliant. Sup, bro? Right. Do you think we'll end up getting Gundogan? Right, bruvs, here's the news, innit? Here is the news. See, the reason why Man City is looking like haven't fucked with Declan Rice or Bellingham, etc. so far, because Gundogan has laid it on the line. If I'm not a first teamer, I'm out the door. Now, I can confirm, well, it's not alleged, it's like, we're going to hear more on Monday from the Gundogan camp. It's quite clear he's happy to stay with Man City. Only if he is the probably number one team player on the shirt. He wants to be a first teamer and he's not having it for Declan Rice or any other Rice like they did with Calvin Phillips last year. It's not at all going to happen. I'm live, you know. I can't really talk, yeah? Oh. Oh, I like it. Listen, let me go though for a minute, yeah? I'm having, hold on. I am. But jump on, hold on. I'm doing Man City right now. Right, guys. As I said, shouts out to Haaland to Man City. So sorry, again, Gundogan, bros, and it's going to be the same rules if he comes to Arsenal Football Club, bros. This is why I think we're fucking around with Declan Rice. We haven't made a Moses Saicedo decision. I think if we can get Gundogan, bros, I'm not saying we don't want another midfielder. We might actively then try and get rid of Xhaka, Partey quicker. I think we want Gundogan and probably Rice. And the thing is, it's now a merry-go-round. Gundogan, as I said, he wants first team football. He's happy to stay with Man City. Then I've been told he'd rather Barcelona, but he has no fears of coming to Arsenal and Man City like Zinchenko and Jesus, as long as he is a first-team starter. It's going to be what he's going to be guaranteed, brother. And if Man City slip up, then yeah, it's down to Arsenal to then overtake Barcelona in the race. I reckon this one could actually happen. I reckon this is why we've stalled for Caicedo and Rice. We're going to get in probably Arteta's #1 target on a free, and then take the money, look at the money valuation. Bruv, I've been told something ridiculous. I hope it's untrue. After hearing a lot of alleged news that Rice was done, it was about 92 million. I got a text about 10 p.m. tonight saying, mate, your club are fucking around. Basically, from what I've heard, we've bid 80 million, mate. And West Ham will make it very public and reject that offer in the morning. But let's see again if I'm right. West Ham are going to reject Arsenal's offer, I've been told, in the morning. I've been told it's in the region of £80 million. I'm not sure if there's add-ons, but if this breaking news is true, West Ham are sure to reject that. And it will open the doors for Chelsea or anyone else to try and come in. Man City, I've been told, will not bid for Declan Rice until they know the future of Gundogan, whatever you want to call him. So, yeah, Gundogan is going to be a massive part of deciding a lot of Man City's transfer window. They do want a central midfielder, but they want to keep Gundogan. It's going to cost them a lot of money to replace Gundogan, basically. So, yes. So, shouts out to Haaland. Can't believe he didn't live to the end of the season, girl. But, wow. What can you say, innit? Just shouts out to Haaland. I said he was going to be special, innit? 50 goals, fucking special. I might not have told you to be a 50 goal special person, but wow. So, guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. The Arsenal news, I know it. Gundogan decision on Monday. Gundogan has made it clear he doesn't mind staying at Man City, but he needs to be a first-team player. This is not about money or bumper new deals. He wants to be a first-team player. He's at an age where he doesn't want to be a bit part player, a backup dancer, or sitting on the bench or bench warming for any other footballers. The decision is pretty much in Man City's hand. If they guarantee him first football, Gundogan signs on with them. Barcelona, can they honestly get him? We've seen with the Messi situation, Barcelona haven't got wages to sort of play with. So it's going to be interesting if Man City can, if Barcelona can even get that deal done for Gundogan. If Gundogan is to leave Man City, I can see him coming to Arsenal. I see it being a good deal, but how does it sort of fare out with the rest of the targets, innit? Why is Arsenal never paying the amount wanted? We like to bargain and play games, innit? Especially if a club hasn't come in and confirmed that they're interested in. Arsenal will always do this, and then we'll panic as soon as someone else like a Man City. So let's say if Gundogan was to sign for Arsenal on Monday or Tuesday, and Arsenal did still actually want Declan Rice, well, then Man City might bid. And then we'll soon fall out of it. That's what I'm saying. If we're serious, we've got to just get Rice in and then still wait for Gundogan and wait for his decision. I've been told they've offered him a very good deal, a 3-year contract, you know what I mean, on very good money. Gundogan's representative said the money is fine, the length is fine. His preference is to stay with City. Barcelona are going to be discounted probably by Monday because they've fucked around Ruben Neves already this window. They've fucked around Aubameyang already this window. Messi couldn't get over the line this window. So Barcelona and signing footballers this summer could be very interesting. Real Madrid are up and running. Bellingham, Dundo. Do you know what I mean? We hear Alphonso Davies could be next. They're still watching Harry Kane, but I've still got that Harry Kane and Man United feeling. Exactly, bro. But we're going to wait. We're going to wait. And I'm hearing 80 million, bros. And it doesn't make sense to me. Like Caicedo. Like, I'm not saying if a club asks 100 million, bros, you should just whack out 100 million like money doesn't mean nothing out here. But, bro, sometimes you've just got to be in it to win it. And do you know what I mean? He is going to come with that English tax. He will be the next England captain, whether we care or not. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to cost a certain amount of money, mate. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to all the real ones up on the WhatsApp, up everywhere, Twitters. Shout out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Declan Rice to Arsenal, as I said. We're going to find out, I believe, Gundogan's future first. So this will roll on to over the weekend. Once Gundogan has made his decision, I reckon then the domino effect, if you like, happens. If Gundogan was, for instance, to leave Man City and come to Arsenal, I reckon Man City jump into the Declan Rice race immediately and we could then lose out on a target. Caicedo, we clearly don't seem to want. Do you know what I mean? McAllister has already left for new ventures, which is Liverpool Football Club. And I don't understand why we've never made it clear that we want him. So shout out to Daniel Heater UE. I think Gundogan may come Arsenal. Reports in Turkey tonight. You see it there, bros, and I'm telling you, And I've been told factually the decision should be made on Monday. Gundogan now, the season's done. He doesn't take long on this. The preference is Man City. And even after that, it's Barcelona. But Barcelona can't afford him. Man City, it's down to whether they play him. But then Arsenal have got the same thing over their neck. Not like a gun sign, but the same sort of warnings from the Gundogan camp. He's not a backup dancer. So, and I'm not saying we're going to bring him to Arsenal to be a backup dancer. But this is why I believe you, we haven't signed Rice yet. Because if Partey and Xhaka was still to be around, then where does everyone play? I reckon we will sell Xhaka. Do you know what I mean? Maybe even a Bayern Munich will come in for him. Who knows? They're after a midfielder. They've been after Rice. Why don't Bayern just take Xhaka? He'd be a lot better in the German league as well. Do you know what I mean? He would be a better footballer in the German league. Shouts out to you, bro. Bro, you are a top man. Thanks for the love. Got a newbie on the channel tonight. I don't think City go for Rice, though. They have Stones. Stones, I think he'll get an upgrade, bruvs. He tried it with the Leeds youth last year, Calvin Phillips, mate. He's not happy totally with Stones. He wasn't happy with Calvin Phillips. So, in turn for me, do you know what I mean? He's going to go for something bigger. And for me, that's the way it would be as well. But again, it depends how much we want him. Remember what Willian's agent said. Don't blame me for signing Willian. This was Arsenal's #1 target. This was the deal they wanted. So it looks like we seem to be waiting on the Gundogan answer first, which should be coming this Monday. Gundogan has made it clear. It's not about money. He wants to be a first-team player at one of the world's best clubs. Man City ticks the box for him. Barcelona also does. And he wouldn't turn up his move to Arsenal. It is a three-horse race. And it depends what Man City and Pep and agents say to Gundogan from tonight. They know what he wants. It's not about money. It's first-team football. If Man City was to buy a central midfielder, I think he signs for Arsenal. What does that mean for Arsenal's transfer plans in midfield? I couldn't tell you. I reckon we actively, if we could get Gundogan on Monday, Tuesday, I reckon we actively try and sell possibly Xhaka Partey and then try and make the late burst for Declan Rice. I reckon once again the groundwork has been done. We've kind of bored and spoke to West Ham. We've probably emailed them, text them, WhatsApp them, Skyped them, done everything apart from put an offer in. So from Arsenal Football Club's perspective, I reckon we know exactly what it takes. And we're probably sitting, waiting on an answer from Gundogan. Shouts out to Daniel He. Linda says she's leaving. Shouts out to all the real ones on the stream. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. A day when Man City are invincible. They have won the treble. What can I say, innit? I was always happy for them to win all the cups and the Champions League. I just thought we could have held on that league race. But then when you look at a stat which is kind of scary, when Liverpool did nick the title off them, in the first 27 league games, Liverpool won 26. That's fucking immaculate. You have to be perfect to beat Man City, it seems. Not even good. Not even just beat them on a good day. It seems you have to be consistently perfect. Arsenal wasn't consistently perfect last season. And I believe there's areas which, do you know what I mean, have needed to be done. Arsenal have done work behind the scenes so far this summer. Let's not lie. Saliba is very close to being penned and signed, sealed and delivered, which is a massive signing, even though he's already our player. Same with Martinelli. Same with Saka. Odegaard will probably follow suit. It isn't, mate. So, yeah. Shouts out, it appears, to Jen, to Linda, to you, E, to Daniel He. Who else is with me? Please don't die. Let's get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I could stay live for the boxing, but I've heard now it's like going to kick off at 4 a.m. Wasn't so impressed with Tilda the other night to say that going to Chelsea. There you go, bros. And yeah, Chelsea will make it serious. I'm hearing Levi Colwill could go the other way. Obviously, Brighton have put a 30 million bid in for him that was sharply rejected. I bet they nick him for 45, 50 mil, bruvs, plus Levi. And I think that would be a brilliant deal for Chelsea. And that's what I mean. We've left the door open. We didn't ever want it, Salcedo. What was the bid all about in January for? And what did I tell you at the end of January? We'll have no more interest in Salcedo and we'll move in for Rice in the summer. That's when I called it. We were going to go for Rice. As soon as the window was done and I was like, this little fake, stupid bid for Salcedo, I called it then. I said, we'll go for Rice and we'll never, ever bid for Salcedo again, which will never make sense to me. You either want to... So what if we could have got the deal done in January, or did we just know it couldn't get done? So we... A PR stunt, we sort of put in a bid. to make the fans happy and buy season tickets? I couldn't tell you. But why would you bid for someone in January and have no interest in them going forward? It makes absolutely zero sense to me. Guys, please get the likes on the video. Do the subscribing if we is new. Where is the Jean Arbys of the world? Disappointed out here, guys. Disappointed. Shouts out to the UE though, Daniel He. Daniel He, what do you see happening then? UE, what do you see happening? Guys, please let me know then. I see it as we're kind of waiting for a decision from Gundohan, whatever you want to call him. That's disappointing. Saicedo to Rice, I can see this happening. They want Levi Colwill, and let's be honest, Chelsea could offer them one or two other players like Conor Gallagher that I'm sure Brighton would be very interested in. Brighton have already said they've got their deals literally done for McAllister replacements and Saicedo replacements. And they bought the guy from Sweden who looks good. I can't remember that midfielder. Do you know what I mean? Brighton ain't waiting around for no one. Villa have got Tielemans, and people are telling me to calm down. If I say anything on Twitter like Arsenal moving slowly, I get told, what did some prick tell me the other day? Something about, did your mum and dad have to slow you down when you was a kid? Was you so excited at Christmas to get Christmas presents? I was like, mate, why don't you fuck off before I fuck your missus? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm the one that gives it to you factual out here. I'm not guessing. I'm not telling you Bayern Munich are going to sign Declan Rice or any shit talk like that. I've always said what is that Declan Rice's preferences. It was always Chelsea or Arsenal. And the way we've left it open, Saicedo to Chelsea, can we get a deal done for Saicedo? Do you know what I mean? For Rice, sorry. Do you know what I mean? They're going to offer Levi Colwill, and I've heard Conor Gallagher could be drawn into the mix. What the solution at left back and right back? Well, Real Madrid have took their left back from Real Valladolid. They bought him for £3.9 million yesterday. Not the one we're after, the left back. I reckon we could go for the Real Madrid left back, Mendy. I don't know again why. I think we'd need someone better than Mendy. Guys, we're just moving slowly in every department. Like, I appreciate William Saliba's done. I appreciate the Saka deal's done. But again, from what I've been told, we've put in an £80 million bid for Rice, which is not going to be enough. We've let Chelsea move in for Saicedo. They're going to give Levi Colwill as part of the deal. Do you know what I mean? And it appears to me that we're waiting for a decision from Ilkay Gundogan this Monday, whether he wants to stay on at Man City or join Arsenal or Barcelona Football Club. Like, Gundogan will be a massive signing, but why are we waiting before we do anything on a decision from Ilkay Gundogan? It doesn't make sense to me. And we do need a right back. And it could be Saka Bowie from Barcelona. I'm hearing we put in a 12 million offer with add-ons. Galatasaray said no, but we know the deal. It's 20 million and the guy's ours. I like Cancelo. Bro, see, Cancelo's wonderful going forward, mate, but he gives you that Zinchenko vibe defending. Or he gives me the Zinchenko vibe defending. Big up, Man City are bigger than us. Well, bros, again, like Liverpool. When Liverpool won the league, their first 28 games, they won 26 in a row. 26 Premier League games in a row, Liverpool won. You have to be perfect to beat Man City. Saicedo going Chelsea. Ox going Villa as well, yeah? Interesting. Aston Villa today, Unai Emery has sorted out the terms for Tielemans. Tielemans is an Aston Villa player. What's your thoughts, guys? So we never wanted him on a free. I heard Indika, who's he signing for? Indika's chosen his next club. That's the left-footed central defender from Bayer Leverkusen. So we're not interested in him either. We're obviously going to keep our Polish kid, Jacob, with a little Corey. It's all surprising. Ox going Villa. Interested is you're going. Sorry, I don't interested. I don't know. So Tielemans and Oxlade, free transfers. Indika, Roma, that's it. So Indika could be close to Roma. We know, obviously, Jose Mourinho knows about a nice free transfer. But we're even going to miss out on the free transfers this year, which could be, for me, Gundogan, Indika, Zaha, and Tielemans. Even though there would have been more squad players, backup dancers, whatever you want to call them. I think Zaha's a no-brainer. I think Tielemans, if we're not getting Saicedo Rice, could have been a no-brainer. Cancelo, I've been told 35 million and he's ours, isn't it? Man City wanted 60, 50, then 45, and now I'm hearing they're getting more realistic and it's going to be 35 million. Don't be surprised if that's done. We could be getting 2 stars again from Man City this summer. It could be Cancelo and Gundogan coming in. Just after that, guys, I don't know where we stand. Good for us that Tielemans is off the market. Plus, he was never the midfielder for me, but Bruv, let's be real. He's better than Tillemans. Sorry, he's better than El Neni. Do you know what I mean? He's better than players like El Neni. We're about to lose Charlie Patino, who was meant to be one for the future. I can't lie. I'm getting confused again by my beloved Arsenal Football Club. And I shall be proved right. We're not going to get Rice before a decision for Gundogan is made. Do you know what I mean? Is it Gundogan and Rice is the plan? That doesn't sound like a Fed. That doesn't sound like a Fed call. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, what is the plan? I'm now just, again, I called Rice. I said would never bid for Sissedo again. I think I've been proved right on this. We've spoke to West Ham. Do you know what I mean? Nagging them, busting their balls, trying to negotiate. And if all is being true, Declan Rice, West Ham will reject Arsenal's bid tomorrow in the region of about £80 million. It doesn't mean no one has won the race yet, but it just means, again, Arsenal are fucking around. We have now seen 4 Champions League finals, 1-0. I know, very interesting, but that's something, again, that shouldn't be concerning us Arsenal fans. Yes, it's a blessing that we're back in the Champions League, bros, but we're not equipped to be back in the Champions League just yet. If you look at the Europa final, it was England and Italy. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to England beating up Italy, 2-0 Europa League final and Champions League final, bigging up Man City, I suppose, and West Ham, not West Ham, I mean on the Europa Conference League final, I'm bigging up West Ham. Do you know what I mean? What else can you say, innit? The Italians, tactically, do you know what I mean? And I do believe they get a bit of luck along the way. But we're going to have our troubles getting out of the group, guys. Remember, first things first, the fixtures are out. Is it this Thursday, this Friday for the Premier League season? Come on, guys, that means things are getting closer. I'm not saying the Premier League season is about to kick off, but I'm saying if the fixture list is out, come on, teams are doing deals. McAllister's at Brighton. Brighton have made it official and public that Sissedo has no place in their team, that McAllister has no place in their team, and they're already negotiating and about to sign their replacements. We obviously never wanted them players in the first place. Arsenal need to serious up, man, and show the ambition. Jude Bellingham, £88 million to Madrid, even though it's with add-ons. If we really want to sign Rice for $92 million, why was we not in the race for Bellingham? Did Bellingham say he didn't want to come to the Premier League? I very much doubt it. He's fucking English. I believe the plan for him would have been England and then Spain. I'm not saying he didn't want to go to Real Madrid or Spain eventually, but I'm not saying it was the move he wanted now. Why did Arsenal not join the race for £88 million Bellingham? That's what makes me think, are we really willing to put the money on the line for Declan Rice right now? Are we trying to do a fucking 50 million plus add-ons with Declan Rice? Is that why the deal is not done? But I'm telling you, I'm right over something. I've got a sneaky suspicion and I'm going to be proved right. I'm not saying we're not going to sign him, but we are fucking around again. Or the deal will be done. West Ham, just like Brighton, have made it public. Rice is gone. He will not be here next season, says Sullivan or Gould. Which one? Some of them died, obviously. Sorry. Is it Sullivan that died? Is it Gould? Yeah, Gould has basically made it clear. David Gould. That Rice ain't about next season. We offered him 200 grand 18 months ago and he said no. The deal should be done. We are fucking around. Arsenal have better season than West Ham. Don't care if West Ham won Conference League. Yeah, for me, I suppose to be back in the Champions League and finishing second is a bigger and better season. But we shouldn't be comparing ourselves, Luca, to what West Ham are doing. Who the fuck are West Ham? Do you know what I mean? West Ham fans might be on a hype, but it's the first trophy in 47, 48 years. Let them have their moment, you know what I mean? But we're a big club, bros. This should not be affecting or even our thinking. We're supposed to be getting back to where we was, do you know what I mean? The great Arsenal Football Club. Thoughts on William Saliba? Absolutely delighted. I'll be more happy when the actual pen is to paper. I know we've agreed in principle, mate, but there you go. But then again, I always told you. Talk shortly. Fuck me. I always told you, Saliba sees his next 4 or 5 years at Arsenal. I said what he wanted. He just wasn't going to be mugged off for the money, mate. He was not going to be mugged off for the money, and I did say he would sign. That's because they're silly, innit? But, bro, look at it from a West Ham fan's point of view. Would they change this? Oh, then again, finishing second. I don't know if they'll swap their season with Arsenal's right now. From a West Ham fan's point of view. They're in the Europa League, which is better than the Conference League. So they've already qualified for that. They've won the Europa Conference League, which promotes them to the Europa League. It's a fantastic season for them. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, their league form is terrible. And David Moyes will probably lose his job next season if they were to finish 14th again. But West Ham, do you know what I mean? Yep. And who told you it would be about 200 grand, bruv? When he rejected the offer of 120 grand a week, I told you it was going to take 200 grand a week. Again, Luke, like that, I'm not annoying you. I'm just telling everyone out there again. I'm very calm, and I am always right. I did say Saliba sees his next 4 or 5 years. This was the quote from his agent and brother. Saliba sees his future at Arsenal Football Club. But I told you, they did mark up the Saka deal. They did mark up the Martinelli deal and say, but this is the level. These are the levels of money we want out here. We don't consider our talent here, Saliba, as a lesser player than any of your other players. So Saliba needed to earn top dollar. Arsenal have made their decision wisely because he held the defence together for me last season when Zinchenko and whatever went missing. Cancelo, I can see us doing that deal. We will wait for Gundohan. Then what? A 5-year deal. Rejected laugh out loud. Mate, Saliba was never going to leave. I did say it was a 5-year deal rejected. I did. So congratulations. And it was 120 grand a week. Where was I wrong, brother? Where was I wrong? Don't know, mate. Maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you close your ears sometimes. If any of the real ones that's here, the UEs and everyone, they'll be soon backtracking you very fast on that, brother. I said he had rejected a deal, which was a week or 2 ago. And I told you what he wanted. And I also said his next 4 or 5 years, his agent said would be at Arsenal. That's unlike my mother's ashes, brother. So there again, there's a massive statement for you, brother. I don't need to go that far and say that. There you go. So I knew from the jump what Saliba wanted. Do you know what I mean? Odegaard signing. We spoke about that already. Arsenal need Declan Rice and Sodo. Then it will start being positive. Trust Eddie. Jesus Christ, you've changed your tune. Eddie hasn't got the balls to get both of them done, bruv. I've also said this from the start. I said we'll be lucky to get one of the other. We'll see in the next week or 2, innit, bruv? We'll see if Danny AFC TV was right again. I said it was one or the other. So, yeah. We shall see if I'm right on this one. Remember, yeah? Remember the time. It's 12:13. It is the 11th of June, and it is Sunday, early hours of Sunday morning. I said it's one of the other, and we shall see. Get Luca on. I want you to press reject again. You rejects 100 grand. I knew that Saliba wanted 200, 250. But who told you this, brother? Who told you this? Where did you get your information from, bruv? Because you will soon tell you where the information come from. The day he rejected the deal, bruv, I told you what he wanted. Do you know what I mean? The only surprise is it was a 4-year deal. I'd imagine it's 4 years with a 1-year option rolling, but we shall see. That will come out in the next few days. That will come out in the next few days. I'm never wrong, bros. So Saliba is done. I'm right. I said from Rice and Saicedo, it's one or the other. We shall see. I will be proved right on that. If we get one, I'll be over the moon. As I always said to my brother UE, if we get one of these midfielders, I shall be delighted. We haven't got the balls to pay 90 million, do you know what I mean? 180 mil on 2 midfielders. And if we was that serious, yeah, Luca, let's think about it. Jude Bellingham has just gone to Real Madrid for 88 million. If we're willing to spend 90 million on Saicedo, 90 million on Rice, why was we not involved in a Jude Bellingham deal? Tell me, Luca. It's because we're not willing to pay that amount of money, my G. Do you know what I mean? We're looking for bargains. We're looking for bargains as usual. But we shall see. Declan Rice does seem to be the primary target. We have gone cold on Saicedo, even though we bid for him in January, which confuses me. I know, bros, which is interesting. Like, the guy is a good footballer. He's in that mix of very talented players at Chelsea that all are running around as individuals, like a Mikhailo Mudryk, like, do you know what I mean? Anyone else that just plays for them. Pochettino's got a massive job on there. But then again, I would love to walk into that situation, have so much talent to look at and be like, right, even if I don't make signings this summer, like, I can roll till January and take a look and then start getting rid of the people that piss me off, take a look at some of their personalities up front and personally. Do you know what I mean? Pochettino should be calm. I like Havertz. Bro, 40 million I take him. And Chelsea allegedly want 50. It's been said it's 60 and all that, but no, it's not going to be that much. Chelsea need to free up some money and wages, and they're willing to let Gallagher go. Loftus-Cheek is on his way. Levi Cole probably won't get a deal, which I find that mad from Chelsea. He's fucking an unbelievable young English talent. Do you know what I mean? He's done well on 2 loan seasons. He's only 19, 20, and he's already had 2 full seasons, one in the Championship at Huddersfield and one at Brighton in the Premier League. What a talent. Do you know what I mean? Guys, quickly, onto a couple of the free transfers. The Zahas, the Evan Ndickas. Are you surprised Arsenal wanted none of them? Evan Ndicka, I thought, could have been a useful left-footed centre-back. Can probably play left-back as well. I thought it could have been a handy signing. Who helps out Ben White, right back next season? All a mystery, guys. Shout out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shout out to Man City on their very invincible season this year. It's going to be interesting to see what Man City want to do in the summer window now. They left Jude Bellingham at 88 million. I'm shocked at that as well. But we know they would have lost their Gundohan. Well, that would be to Brazil, but you mean to Italy, yeah? And I did say he could fuck off at the end of the season. I did say Trossard could fuck off at the end of the season as well. And I have no interest in him. I believe Zaha would have been the better option to bring off the bench than Trossard going forward next season. No brainer. But now Zaha has been offered ridiculous money. But the thing is, why hasn't he signed out in good heart? He doesn't actually want to move. He's a millionaire. And even though he would love the money, I think he would take 120 grand a week from Arsenal. And he would be there tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Still not my number 1 target, but it's a no-brainer. He's an Arsenal fan. His kids are Arsenal fans. He's a Londoner, wants to stay in London. Or he would have accepted the Qatar money. Kante, different kettle of fish. What are they offering him? Fucking like, I don't know, 400 grand a game or something. He's going to accept the deal, isn't he? Like, it's unbelievable money. So, I'm not saying Arsenal have to pay that money, but you know when someone like Zaha wants to actually sign and play for your club, just go and get the deal done, especially if you're not doing no deals. Zaha would be better than Trossard next season, coming off the bench, whatever. If Saka or Martinelli had got injured at any time next season, Zaha would be the better option. He's fast, he's lively, he's one of the most foul players in the Premier League. He wins free kicks and penalties for fun, do you know what I mean? He's fast, he's energetic, and he's always wanting to play for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? But still, no signings are done. I believe we roll into next week. I don't think anything will happen over the weekend. But surely from the start of next week, a couple of things regarding Arsenal Football Club have got to become clearer. Taking over golf, boxing, and now football. It won't be long until Premier games as well. Perhaps couldn't agree more. Premier League games will be played in Saudi stadiums. Perhaps very possibly. Now, with Live though, we have to say with Live Golf, they had to kind of then merge together because a lot of their events, from what I've been told, but I don't like golf, so don't start on me. A lot of the other tournaments that the Saudis had basically made up or was whatever doing or making the golfers play was pretty boring. And a lot of the golfers badly wanted to get back to the PGA or whatever it was. So that's the only thing. It has to be glamorous, bro. There's no Champions League. Like, what do they do? Like, what does the Saudi teams do? Like, bro, how many teams are in the league? I've heard it's like 4 teams. If there's like fucking 4 teams in the league, bro, like, again, with respect, how the fuck are you going to make that run? They need that money. It needs to be concentrated, for me, on their country first, developing. I know it's going to take 10 years, but a little bit of talent from the Saudi league, and there needs to be more teams. If you're going to spend that money on Kante, go and make another 5 teams. Do you know what I mean? And put them all on 30 grand a week and fucking kick ball. It needs to be more competitive. So even if it's more like a Scottish league, where you got your Aberdeens and your Inverness and Clyde and Dundee United and Stenhousemuir, you need more competition. Asian League is there, Champions League. True, and that does get attention. It's good enough for Ronaldo, Benzema, see, but even a man, I don't know, Messi wouldn't have had it. And I appreciate Messi going to America in that sense. And it's nothing against the Saudi league. It has to start somewhere, innit? And if you're taking over like the Live Golf situation and everything, I suppose getting the Benzemas, the Ronaldos, they're massive names. They played for Real Madrid and Man United, respectively. 2 of the biggest clubs in the world. Let's have it right. It leaves a lot to be said. But with the glamour of Champions League and then probably Super Leagues there, what they've tried to start in this country, bro. This is why Super Leagues, they tried to make that Super League idea and everything, because they're trying to, they always say football evolves and the Saudis will come along. And I'm not even denying what you're saying. I just think it's going to be fucking difficult for them because, again, Champions League, Who doesn't want to be in the Champions League? And as far as the Premier League is concerned, who doesn't want to play in the Premier League? Benzema and Messi, but anyway, do you know what I mean? Who doesn't want to play Premier League football out here? Guys, should I stay live for the boxing? It's almost time to go. Shout out to all the real ones who has been on the stream. My phone is still going nutty. Trying to reassure people out there. I'll speak to you soon, y'all. But yeah, I could see get a couple of games a season, maybe one. That's how it would start, innit? They'll play like a Christmas, a Boxing Day fixture. Arsenal, Man United out in Saudi, Man City versus whatever out in Saudi. I think Man City are visiting Saudi this week to probably show off the Champions League or something like it. Just shows you which way football could be going. Could be a dangerous step, but then could it go like Live Golf, where then they start merging back together? Like, so the Saudis come and try and take everything over, then the merge up happens. And then what would happen then? Saudi teams can play Champions League. I know that sounds a little bit far-fetched, but they're going to want their ins. And if they buy, and they buy exclusively players like Benzema's, Ronaldo's, and the Kantes, the Zaha's, and then they start funding English this and funding English that, and start taking over Premier League money, and Sky obviously, where they give a lot of Premier League teams money, then they start going to the Forest and giving them money. Oh, look, you can have these players. It'll get interesting, but it's going to take, I know they're richer than God, but it's going to take fucking money, man. I'll be real, Havertz isn't for me either. The thing is, what I'm going to agree with you, he actually plays that kind of football that is very, very Arsenal. And I believe he could actually walk into our system reasonably well. But again, he isn't my number one target. If we're sitting here, Luca, in 2-3 weeks' time with no signings, oh my God, I'll take Havertz in a heartbeat, and I know so will you. Arsenal need to spend big. Only way to be like City, how we're ever going to be like Man City, will dominate for years. Well, again, but bruv, again, things have to change. The Gundohan's getting older, etc. And you have to refresh squads. We knew by coming second, like, surely that gave us an inkling of what we had to do. Do you know what I mean? So, again, if we wanted Rice to say, though, for me, it would have been done. You're telling me things that I have said, but I'm telling you what I've always said. One of the two. Saliba will sign, but he won't be mugged off. Forget European Super League. Saudi will create a World Club League. Do you think then the Ronaldos, the Benzemas, even though retire in a couple of years, do you think in a couple of years that will be the way forward then? They try and merge it to where Saudi teams can then exclusively play Champions League football? I still think there'll need to be more Saudi clubs though, bros. More than just Al Nazir, as hopefully I've said it right, and etc. Do you know what I mean? There'll need to be more clubs. What are they going to do? I don't know. But yeah, I do see which way you're talking. Shouts out to UE. Shouts out to Luca for being in the comments. Where is some of the other real ones tonight? Where's the Akers, the Jean Arbis? But could the Saudi team get into? I know it isn't. They're not European, but there you go. It isn't. It's not. It's not. They're not. It's not Champions League. It is every team. Arsenal didn't win the Champions. Then Arsenal aren't the champions, are they? But in the Champions League. So there you go. Even the title's kind of false. It's called the Champions League, but it's not for champions. So who says Al Nazir, 2, 3, 4 Saudi clubs in the next 2-3 seasons couldn't be brought into the Champions League? And that would be the swan song people like Ronaldo, Benzema would absolutely love. Maybe there is something in that. Shouts out to UE. He's got my mind thinking about this. I've been thinking for a few days. If Saudi are coming over to take over boxing the way they took over golf, even though there's been a bit of a swing back on that one now. See, the financial power of the Premier League is amazing, but then again, Saudi could piss all over that. And then you can get all the amnesty internationals in the world, money watering, whatever they call it, money washing. They can call it whatever they like, mate. It's going to take where they'll just fucking pay that person as well to shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Mate, what did you just say? There's 2 million quid. Shut up. Do you know what I mean? Now say we're brilliant and this country is lovely. There you go. But guys, leave a like to the video, leave a subscribe if you're new. Should I go live in an hour or so for the boxing? Do you know what? That chair is fucking horrible to sit on. I need to get my fucking comfortable chair and desk back. I'm telling you, that hurts your ass sitting on that chair. I'm being real. You need to get up every so often. Let's jump over to the boxing, guys, before I do disappear and see what kind of state and situation we are in. I've got all the energy in the world, though. I could see me going live for the boxing. Who knows? But I'm going to get out of here. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Shouts out to Jen. Shouts out to Luca. Shouts out to Yui. Shouts out to Linda. And anyone else in the stream. I can't remember who's been here. I'm just checking what's going on. Is it Sky Sports that the boxing is on? They don't take part. They take over. I see. So that means you reckon that Champions League as well then? Could you see Al Nazir, etc., playing Champions League football in 2-3 years' time, bros? That is basically the question I'm getting at. And how, that's what I'm saying. As long as they can manage that or pay for that, then I reckon, yeah, you're up and running. I reckon you're up and running. And that will make the other players, even though Ronaldo, Benzema, so that's a bit false, go out there. Do you know what I mean? Right, main event, live, golf, nope. Let's check BT Sport. It's not here either. Alright. No sweat, no drama, guys. Live events. Let's check this. That's live UFC. Go on. Let me read it. Taylor Lopez. Here we go. There you go. Job done. All right, where are we? I need a bit of sound. Right, Carrington versus, it looks like Corzo. We're in round 5 of 8. I'm watching it courtesy of an American company. I do believe this is the Josh Taylor fight, though. Please hit the likes on the video and do be subscribing if you're new. They'll start their own tournament, like a European Super League. But then you'll get fined for jumping at the Champions League and everything. But all right, fuck it, money talks, innit? Yes. I'm not trying to block the idea. I'm just saying, I think they have to join the Champions League rather than starting a different Super League, because then football might be a little bit more vicious than golf. And if you start quitting the Champions League and all that, bruvs, what if you get banned from Premier League football or something? You get demoted to the Championship, even though it probably won't happen. But that would stop a lot of teams like Arsenal, Chelsea running over for that fucking Saudi Super League money. Do you know what I mean? I reckon it has to be the other way around. The European forces would have to bow down a little bit and allow them into Champions League football, allowing your Ronaldos, your Benzemas to still play in the Champions League and try and make that a more competitive league. Bro, I see it more my way, but we'll continue this discussion, honestly. Again, I don't know how, but they've got that much money, bros. They're going to have to pay to get in the Champions League. A couple of European countries, like, all right, let's have it right. England gets like 4 places in the Champions League, yeah? Might have to get cut to 3. Might have to cut to 3. I'm going to run with that more. Take a think about that, Yuri. Big up. Final being played in Turkey, Istanbul, 6 Stadium. Yes. The Atatürk Stadium. Yeah, bros. And that'll go a long way helping out with earthquake disasters. Hopefully, money for the country, tourism, everything. Big up Turkey. Big up Istanbul. Yeah, just big up the whole of Turkey on an amazing final. No crowd trouble from what I've heard it again. Turkish police, as we know, listen the way English fans, and I don't want to put that in a derogatory way, have been handled before and whatever. They're not going to ramp, innit? Do you know what I mean? It is a strict country. As long as you toe the line, you're going to have a great effing time. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there was no alcohol bans. It was not as deep like that or anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure the Turkish man are a little bit more smart than that. No, mate, water the beer down and give them the beer quickly. £5 per pint. Do you know what I mean? Nerderson, Gilliam. So yeah, and you know what? Soon Turkey can be going for places like World Cups and everything. Do you know what I mean? They know how to manage champions. Look at the disaster in the Champions League final last season, bros. No such fucking around like that in Istanbul. Look at the Liverpool fans, bros, being fucking wetted by police with fucking like a fire engine, spraying them down, then tasering the bastards, even with ticket. Please, I got a ticket. Zzz, fuck off. It might stop some crowd trouble, but it's not the way to treat a human being. And people started saying World Cups in Qatar, and that would be a problem. Not that I heard, you know what I mean? And not from my brethren, you that was obviously out there and had a fantastic time. Do you know what I mean? You just don't need to be drinking loads to be having a good time and be fucking around in other people's countries and taking the piss. And I'll take my hats off to that and a massive salute, you know what I mean? So, yeah, back to it. Champions League final. I didn't expect no crowd trouble. Italy versus England, English fans, Italian fans, ultras, etc. Nah, mate. Do you know what I mean? Should have held the Europa League final in Turkey as well. They would have manned that up and made sure there was no problems. Allegedly, though, from what we're hearing, it actually wasn't English fans. 10, 20 Italian duns all dressed in black come out and started fucking running for English fans. There you go. But not in Istanbul, or how I've heard it anyway. Maybe something's happened after the game. I don't know. I've pretty much gone live immediately after full time. But guys, it is that time to go. I'm going to see what sort of stage I'm in the boxing. Anyone got any news for me on the boxing before I go? If you're bored in an hour or so, after doing some good Saturday evening barebacking, who knows? Maybe come back and look for me. I might go live again. But Declan Rice, guys, looks like the one. I will just never be able to tell you what our fake and mischievous bid was for Moses Caicedo in January if we didn't see him as the future of Arsenal Football Club, like he's 31. That there is terrible. Shout out to the Turkish man. Shout out to Istanbul running the Champions League final. Let's make the Europa League and the Champions League final both out in Istanbul next year and see if there's any crowd problems or troubles. You know what I mean? There probably will be an Italian team in the semi-final final. There probably will be an English team. Let's have it. Let's have it. Shout out to all the real ones. Please be hitting likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. I'm going to sit down now, have a little chill, a drink, a little zoo, sit down, watch some of this boxing. And if I can't settle down in an hour or so, I think I'm going to go live again. Let me make sure I've got the right fight, though. I've got it. It's all American up how I'm watching it. Can anyone tell me if Carrington is fighting Bordeaux right now? I have no idea. Belly's rumbling. Man, I woke up so late today and I haven't eaten. All right, that's it, guys. We've had our fill. Shouts out to Yui. You're the man of the match, as you always are. Real one, big yourself up. Please join me for the boxing. I know it'll be quiet, but I think I'm going to do a boxing much longer. I've got way too much energy in me. I've got to park up the car. I can't leave it down by the gate. Sunday tomorrow. No football, no football, no football Sunday. No football Sunday, no football Sunday. Nah, I can't risk it. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. And I'll catch you all probably for the boxing in an hour or so. Peace out, people. Good night, y'all.